Hello and welcome to this video about the new council vision for the District of Lake Country. We're extremely proud to present this to you, and we're hoping that you can take an interest in this new vision that was approved formally in June 2020. We're grateful for the opportunity that we've had in the last 11 years to work with different councils in developing this new vision for the District of Lake Country. We're also grateful for staff who have participated and contributed to the formation and building of this new vision. When a new vision is introduced, we talk about values, we talk about the mission statement, and we talk about the principles that has brought us to this point. If you're interested in understanding better the new vision of council, you can find it in our corporate business plan, which is posted on our website. And also, you can find it in each agenda that is published with council meetings every 2 weeks. I want to especially express my gratitude and thankfulness to the staff members, all of them, that have provided us with incredible value in setting up the stage with the work that we have done on the internal values of the district. That has actually produced a number of values of which we're proud of and we live by. And those values were actually reviewed by this new council and incorporated in the new vision, values, and mission statement. I'm also grateful for the courage that this council has taken in trying to figure out a vision that would be more modern and more contemporary and more apt to the needs of the community. And his book Start With Why, which has become our book of choice for this year Learn at Work Week. Simon Sinek, the author, says that we are very familiar with the how and the what of our business, but we're not familiar with the why. But if we don't really understand the why of doing things, the vision, in other words, of where we're going, we will never be able to understand how to better produce the how and the what of everything we do. In another book called Strategy and the Fat Smoker by David Meister, the author talks about the strategy and how strategies are nothing if they're not accompanied by a clear vision of where and we're going to go and why we're doing the things that we do. When we talk about government, we seem to know what we do because a lot of that is actually inscribed in legislation. So it is not something that we invent, but it's something that has been provided us already through generations and through different councils and regulations. But it's important to define the why we do this and where the community needs to go. Having said that, let me just review with you the vision, values, mission statement, and the principles that have brought us to this point. We've condensed those into a one-pager that is available to all in the agenda packages that we publish every other week when we have a council meeting. So I invite you to review these personally and individually so that you can provide us with your opinion and your feedback, and also to have an opportunity to discuss these with your council members as you interact with them as their constituents. We're grateful for the opportunity that you have to provide us with that feedback. Let me read with you the starting point. The starting point is the values that we've created together and we believe are the drivers to the vision that we have put together. The values are three. We have defined those with council, but certainly with staff in mind as they have worked on these values extensively in the last few years. The first one is integrity. We really want to tell you that our value is to practice honestly by showing a consistent adherence to our shared vision and mission statement, and through the truthfulness and accuracy of our actions. And it is my experience that we have done so throughout the years. The second one is accountability. We answer to our citizens with the expectation that we acknowledge and assume responsibility for our actions, decisions, and policies at all times. And over time, we have made an effort to update, amend, change policies, regulations in order to be more accountable and transparent to our citizens. And the third one is empathy. We make a sincere effort to understand our citizens' perspective and assist them with all our abilities within the boundaries given to us by the law, local regulations, and approved policies. We cannot ignore those, but we certainly try to perceive the perspective of the other party, those who are receiving the regulations, the applicants that come and make applications for land use and other things, so that we can understand their point of view and try to solve the problems and find solutions that are both legal, protected by the regulation, but also a win-win situation for the applicants and the citizens. With that in mind, we came up with a very short, succinct, but very dense of meaning vision. And I want to read it to you because it's important that we all understand what it is and where we're at with that. Lake Country, which is the place where we live, living the Okanagan way, embracing our histories and nurturing our future. Let me say that living the Okanagan way takes upon the very character of our community, which is in the center of the Okanagan. We are the actual center of the Okanagan because, as you know, we are located between the two major centers in the Central Valley and the north part of the Okanagan. Kelowna at the south of Lake Country and Vernon at the north of Lake Country. As such, we're positioned to be the repository of the true character of the Okanagan Valley. And we're proud to say that living the Okanagan way can be found specifically and more accurately in Lake Country. And we're proud to say that as part of our vision. What does it mean to embrace our histories? We have a very rich history that is a First Nation history. And just recently, our council has embraced this fully with our friends and neighbors, the Okanagan Indian Band, in a way that is more relevant to all of us. We expect that their values are respected, understood, and appreciated. And so that history is extremely important to us. There is also a rich history of people that have moved from different parts of the world into Lake Country and now form what is the essence of who we are. Together with that Okanagan Indian Band, we want to make sure that the two histories are respected, valued, and become part of who we are. And finally, the third part of our vision is nurturing our future, which means we care not only for ourselves, but also for those who are going to live here 20, 50, 100 years from now. Our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and all those who are going to receive and live the privilege to be here in Lake Country for generations to come. And so when we do our business, we will keep that in mind. And that is going to be an extremely important part of our vision. And the council vision says so. Now, when we do business, there are things that we do that we want to provide to the taxpayers, the citizens, and we do internally as part of our organizational structure and services. And so that is captured in our mission statement. Let me share that with you as I approve a lot of that is said here as part of our efforts that we've actually done in the last few years to make this place a better place to live. So our mission statement is to nurture a healthy natural environment, strong rural character, an urban core, sustainable infrastructure, economic opportunities, an inclusive community with involved citizens through respectful, transparent government focused on balanced strategic decision making. As you can hear, all these principles are captured in our mission statement, which will help us make a business more relevant to the community. As you can also hear, these principles are in keeping with both the values and the vision that I have just read to all of you. When we do business, when we write reports to council, when we review applications, we look at our mission statement and we ask ourselves, and we should ask ourselves, are we doing business based on this vision, based on this mission statement? Are we actually doing things for the right reasons? It is not an easy way to say that because sometimes we get caught in the day-to-day operations. And so sometimes we do not see the big vision with respect to what we do on a day-to-day. But it can be done. And so I invite you to look at this and really make it your own. When we met with council at the beginning of the term in 2018, we looked at the strategic priorities, but we did it in a different way. We tried to set up and understand what are the main areas that we want to focus on. What are the main principles that we have to embrace in order to make this term a better term for the new council? And the new council came up with 5 pillars, which are the basis of our vision and mission statement. Let me read to you what those pillars are, because they are important to understand. These are the focus areas on which we are working hard every day to make the community a better place to live. The first one is the environment. And you will see as we go through the applications and the council meetings that environment and environmental interest has become more prominent in council and council decision making. This is what environment means to us. It is maintaining a healthy and a natural environment through responsible use, protection, and sustainable practice. And as I said, as we proceed in putting reports together for council and help with the decision-making process, we're going to put this as one of the main pillars of the decision-making tools. The second one is infrastructure, which is well-maintained infrastructure and facilities that meet community needs and allow growth and development for prosperity. We are known to be a municipality that has developed a great asset infrastructure management program. We are the envy of the rest of the province for how we do things in infrastructure areas of our municipalities. Without good infrastructure, we can't have a good quality of life. And therefore, we put a lot of effort into it. And we hope that in the future, we can improve upon what we have done so far, which has been very good as well. The third pillar is economy. We want to do that by building a strong and vibrant community by attracting, supporting, and retaining businesses and residents. And we can say that because of our rural character and our small town ambience, we have been able to attract small businesses that are thriving in our community. And especially now in this pandemic era, those businesses have become more and more relevant. We have grown from 600 small business operators in town to 800 small business operators in town. We are passing bylaws that are willing to help these people to set up business in their own homes. And so it is great to see this growth. It is great to see that along with traditional areas of economy like agriculture, farming, tourism, and services, we're able to provide small businesses an opportunity to thrive in our community. The next one is social. Social means building social capital and engaging citizens and partners to improve the well-being and diversity of the community. And this ties a lot into the value of empathy that we have heard Council has approved. Why do we care? It is because we are caring people. We really want to make sure that people are cared for, that people understand that we're here to help. And so we're working with a number of volunteer communities and groups that are serving others to help them thrive in our community, notwithstanding difficult things. We have a great age and accessibility committee that is really taking a proactive role in finding opportunities to help people with infrastructure that may be improved in order to accommodate their needs. We're working with youth. We're building a new multi-activity center which will accommodate the Boys and Girls Club and other groups like the Senior Center. And this will probably open opportunities for people to receive services that otherwise wouldn't be offered, or they would have to drive long distances to receive. And finally, the last pillar is governance. Governance is fiscally sustainable government focused on strategic decision making, transparency, and inclusiveness. And this talks specifically about our government, which is our council. The community charter defines the council of a municipality to be the local government. They make decisions, but they decided to make those decisions in a way that is transparent, that is inclusive, and that is strategic. Nothing that is approved by council is done by chance. There is a lot of work that goes into it, a lot of support that is being given technically to council by staff, and a lot of opinion that is received by the public in many different ways. Council listen to those and they make decisions based on those. There is nothing hidden. It is all done transparently and with a great accountability value in mind. Now, in the next few weeks, after this is reviewed, I will take the opportunity to sit down with each department and to discuss this in more depth. I want to have an opportunity to understand if you have any values that you can add to this, suggestions, and also concerns that we can discuss. But I also want to make sure that you understand that we need to use this in our everyday business. We need to have this in mind in every decision-making process that we make, in every activity that we have in order to help others, citizens, customers, citizens, and customers, but also people that come here to just receive information about the things we do. So that is very, very important. I finally want to thank you again for the time that you're going to take about this, because this is a foundational piece of everything we do. This is going to help us understand more the philosophy of good to great that we've embraced a number of years ago. And it will help us also to understand how important it is that we're all on the same bus going towards the same direction. I thank you again for the time that I have been given to work on this by different councils. I will cherish this as my most important legacy for the work I've done. Thank you very much.